In today's video, we are going to place root 2 on the number line. In a previous video, we have dealt with some simpler cases like root 5, root 8, root 13, root 10. We have dealt with these cases in previous video. If you go through that one before going through this one, it will be easier for you to understand. So today first we are going to place root 2 on the number line. For that, let us first break up 2. 2 can be written as root over 1 plus 1. 1 is actually 1 square and this is also 1 square. Okay. So what do we need? We need a right angled triangle of which the base is 1 units. The perpendicular is also 1 units. Then its hypotenuse will give me this length of root 2. So in the middle of your page, take a scale and draw a straight line. Break it up in equal divisions. So suppose this is -1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. These are equal divisions. Okay, the lengths are equal. So now I need a right angled triangle of which the base is 1 units. So from here, I take this one as 1 unit. So at this point, I draw a 90-degree angle. I can use a compass or I can use a protractor, but it's better to draw the 90-degree angle separately and copy it here. So if I draw the 90-degree angle over here, then it looks like this. It becomes a little untidy. So it's better if you draw it separately and copy it here. So this will be your 90-degree angle. So this is my base of the right angled triangle. This is the perpendicular. This is 1 unit, and from this calculation we know that the perpendicular should be also of 1 unit, the length. So suppose this length over here, I mark it out. So this length is 1 unit. I draw the hypotenuse. So this length is root over 2. But this is still not on the number line. For that, I have to put my compass here, my pencil here, then I rotate my pencil so that it will come and cut the number line somewhere over here. So this is my root 2 on the number line. It's better to put some arrowheads here. Now at the end we will write, we can put a letter here, suppose P. P is the position of root 2 on the number line. Now let us try another one. Next, let's try root over 3. Now root over 3 can be written as 2 plus 1. Now 2 is the square of root 2, and this 1 can be written as 1 square. So what do we need now? We need a right angled triangle whose one side is root 2 and another side is 1. So in the similar method, we are going to draw a straight line in the middle of the page, break it up into equal divisions, put an arrowhead on both sides. So suppose this is -1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So now we need a right angle triangle whose one side is root 2 units, another side is 1 unit. But root 2, I need to first figure it out, okay? The length of root 2. So what did we do in the previous case? Let us do that. For root 2, what did we do? We took a length of 1 units on the base, and at this point we drew a 90-degree angle, and on the perpendicular again we took a length of 1 units. So this side is 1 units. This one is also, this length is also 1 unit. So here this is a right angle triangle. So the perpendicular, so the hypotenuse, if I join this one, this is the hypotenuse. This will give me the length of root 2. Now, since I have to put root 3 on the number line, I need a right angle triangle whose one side is root 2 and another side is 1. Now we draw the 90-degree angle at this point, because now this is my base. Root 2 is my base according to this. Root 2 is my base. I'm drawing the 90-degree angle over here. So it will be something like this. This is my 90-degree angle. On the perpendicular, how much should I cut off? I should cut off a length of 1 units. So from here, I take this length of 1 unit, put my compass here and cut off a length of 1 units. So this is this length of the perpendicular is 1 unit. Now if I draw the hypotenuse, then this is how much? This is root 3. Now I have to bring this root 3, the length, on the number line. This is my number line. So again I put my compass here, my pencil here, rotate my pencil. Okay, if I put some dotted lines over here, then my pencil will come and cut the number line over here. So this is my root 3. As we did before, we'll put a letter over here, or we can put the letter over here and write P is the position of root 3 on the number line. I guess each and every time I'm using the letter P, but of course you can use any letter here. Okay, better not use O or 0, it represents the beginning. So don't use 0 or O, use any other letter to mark the number which we are presenting on the number line. Now let's try something else. Suppose let's try root over 6. Root over 6 can be written as, it can be 5 plus 1 or it can be 4 plus 2. So let me write it as first 5 plus 1. Now 5 is not a perfect square. So this is actually root 5 whole square plus 1. So as in the previous case, we need a right angled triangle where the base is suppose root 5 and the perpendicular 1. What I mean is, one side of the right angle triangle is root 5 and other side is 1. So we know how to draw root 5. Again, in the middle of your page, you draw a straight line with the help of a scale. Break it up into equal divisions, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I need to get this length first, root 5 first. Do you remember how to get root 5? It is 4 plus 1 is 5. So first I take this length. Okay, this is my 2 units. This length is 2 units. Alright. So at this point, we draw a 90-degree angle. This is my perpendicular. On this one, we cut off a length of 1 unit. This is my 1 unit. I put my compass here, my pencil here, cut it off. This is a length of 1 units. So by Pythagoras theorem, if I draw the hypotenuse, then this length is how much? Root over 5, because this is 2 square plus 1 square. If I write it here for you to understand properly, this is root over 2 square plus 1 square, which is 5, root 5. Now for root 6, what do we need? A right angled triangle whose one side is root 5 and other side is 1. We have already obtained this length of root 5. So I need a right angled triangle whose one side is this one. So suppose now this is my base. I draw a 90-degree angle at this point with the help of compass or protractor. It looks like this. On this perpendicular, I need to cut off a length of 1 unit. So I take this length, this is my 1 unit, put my compass here and cut off a length of 1 unit from the perpendicular. So this length, it's a little untidy now. So this length is 1 unit. Okay. So now if I draw the hypotenuse, this length is how much? Root 5 and here is 1. So this length is my root 6. Now again we put our compass here, our pencil here, and we rotate our pencil. It will come and cut the number line somewhere here. So this is my root 6. Okay, let me use a different letter. Suppose Q. So we are writing Q is the position of root 6 on the number line. Okay. So next, let's go on to some harder cases. Suppose let's put root over 7 on the number line. So how can we put root over 7 on the line? Number line. Let us break up 7 into, how can we break up 7? 7 can be written as, let's see, 7 can be written as root over 4 plus 3, or it can be 6 plus 1, in whichever way you want to write it. Root 7 is equal to root over, we can write 4 plus 3. So this is equal to root over 2 square plus root 3 whole square. So again, we need a right angled triangle whose one side will be 2 units, another side will be root 3 units. Okay. So again, in the middle of your page, draw a straight line, and suppose we draw this straight line, and I draw this first, root 3 first. Okay. So let's break it up first into equal divisions. -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So now I need root 3 first. Remember how to draw root 3? We take a length of 1 units here, draw the 90-degree here. So this will be the perpendicular. From this we cut off a length of 1 units. So this is my 1 unit. This is my 1 unit. This is my 1 unit. If I now draw the hypotenuse, then this is my root 2, this length. Keeping root 2 as the base, if I draw a 90-degree angle here, then this is my right angled triangle where the base is root 2, and taking this 1 unit, this length, I cut it off from the perpendicular. I put my compass here at this point and cut off 1 unit from here. So this is again 1 unit. Now if I draw the hypotenuse, then this length is root 3. Alright. So what do we need for root 7? For root 7, we need a right angled triangle whose one side is root 3 and other side is 2 units. I have already got root 3. This length is root 3. So for my required right angled triangle, this is my base. So keeping this as base, I draw a 90-degree angle at this point. Okay. So this is my 90-degree angle. So it will look something like this. Alright. From this perpendicular, we cut off a length of 2 units. How much is 2 units? This is 2 units. 1, 2. 2 units. I put my compass here and cut off 2 units from this perpendicular. Suppose this is the length. Now I draw the hypotenuse. So now what is the length of this hypotenuse? Because this is 2 units. So this side is root 3 and this side is 2 units. From this calculation we know this hypotenuse is root 7 units. The length is root 7. Now again, to put it on the number line, we put our compass here, a pencil at this point, and rotate our pencil, and it will come and cut between 2 and 3. So this is my, I put any letter here, suppose R, and I can also write root 7 here. So R is the position of root 7 on the number line. Now let's try root over 11. How can we break up root over 11? It can be broken up as 9 plus 2. So 9 plus 2 can be written as 3 square plus root 2 whole square. Okay. So what do we need for root 11? We need a right angled triangle whose one side is 3 units and other side is root 2 units. So like in the previous case, we draw a straight line in the middle of your page and break it up into equal divisions. Suppose this is -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. I need a little longer. Suppose this is 4. Okay. So now what do I need? We will first find out root 2. So what should we do for root 2? From here 0, we take a length of 1 units. So this is my 1 unit length. At this point I draw a 90-degree angle. Draw the perpendicular. From the perpendicular I cut off a length of 1 units. So this is my 1 unit length. I put it here, cut it off. So this is my 1 unit. Now I draw the hypotenuse. So this length is how much? Root 2. So in the required right angled triangle, I need a right angled triangle whose base, one side, in this case base, is root 2 units and other side is 3 units. Okay. I've already obtained the length of root 2. So at this point, we draw a 90-degree angle. And from this perpendicular, how much should we cut off? We should cut off a length of 3 units. How much is 3 units? From here to here. This length is 3 units. We take this length with the help of a compass and a pencil and cut it off from the perpendicular. From this perpendicular. Suppose it cuts over here. So this length is 3 units. I draw the hypotenuse. So this is my right angle triangle where this length is root 2 and this length is 3 units. So what is the length of the hypotenuse? This is root over 11. Now to put it on the number line, we will again put our compass here, our pencil here and rotate the pencil. It will come and cut between 3 and 4. So suppose it cuts over here. We put a letter here, suppose A. So now we write A is the position of root over 11 on the number line. In the previous video, we have discussed how to put negative root overs on the number line. Like here, if we are supposed to put minus root over 11 on the number line, then we can draw everything. We can do everything like this. Find out a length of root over 11. But in the final cutoff, we don't do it on the right hand side. That is, we don't do it on the positive side. We cut off from the negative side, from this side. Okay. From this side, we cut off this length, which will give us our minus root over 11. So in this video, we discussed a few harder cases of irrational numbers being put on the number line. Please practice all these so we can move on to even harder cases. Thank you.